Hey, welcome back to the Heater Core, guys. I'm Tim, and today we've got another video in the DIY repair series, and this one is going to be around 1996 through 2003 Ford products, namely Ford trucks, Ford Expedition, Lincoln Navigator, and if you're experiencing a no heat situation or actually heat and your inability to switch to cold, there's a few things that we're going to suggest you look at, the most common problems that will affect that. This vehicle here is actually a 98 F-150. It doesn't even have air conditioning, but that's not really relevant in this case. The customer came in complaining of a no heat situation. It's fall now, and people are streaming in with their vehicles that are not producing heat, and apparently it's been ongoing for some time. And so the temperature control knob has no effect. It continues to blow out cold air no matter what position the knob is left in. So real quickly, an overview of what you commonly expect to see on these. The two most common repair problems have been the blend door actuators, the electrical motor that actually changes the position of the blend door and allows either air to circulate past the heater core for warm air, or vice versa to allow cold air to enter. It's just an electric motor with a shaft that runs the blend door inside your heater case and allows you to control what you're going to get out of the ducts. It's not the mode door actuator. The mode door on these is actually vacuum controlled, and that controls whether it comes out the defroster ducts or the vent or floor ducts. In this case, the possible problem may be the blend door actuator, but about 50% of the time it's the actuator. It may be the actual blend door itself broken on the other half of the time. So both things to look for. If your blend door is broken, that's going to require removal of the entire HVAC housing. So if it's just the electric actuator motor, then you can service that external of the HVAC housing by removing some things on the floor, and I'll show you that. But if it's the blend door itself, which you see about half the time, then that's going to require removal of the entire HVAC housing. One other not so common problem is the actual heater knob itself. So on the temperature control, the knob is just a little plastic deal, and actually the knob itself can get a small fracture and not control the actual the electrical switch inside behind the knob. So if you feel the knob and it's a lot looser than it used to be, kind of floppy, it doesn't feel like it's engaging in the switch itself, then it may be the knob itself. If it is the knob, then you can get an aftermarket kit that comes with 3 different knobs, and for relatively cheap, I mean $10. And this is the Napa part number. It's also available from other aftermarket suppliers. And it's basically just pop the knob off and slide the new one on. Not a big deal. Of course, it goes without saying that the rest of the cooling system is going to be important too. You want to make sure you have a proper level of coolant in the reservoir. You want to make sure that it's circulating properly through the heater hoses and that it's reaching normal operating temperature via the thermostat. Once again, be sure and check your heater core that it's circulating properly. Clogged heater cores or restricted cores are definitely a problematic issue on these rigs. So if the switch appears to be okay, the cooling system components appear to be fine, you're generating plenty of heat, but you still don't have heat coming out of your ducts, then what you're going to need to do is do a physical test of an inspection of the actual blend door actuator itself and see if it's actually moving. And in order to do that, you need to access it. That's basically under the center of the dash. This one's a manual transmission, so it's located just ahead of the shifter. In order to access this, you'll need to pull some of these vents out of the way. There's a small bracket here that I've removed, and just pulled this floor vent back enough to access the blend door actuator under here. So this is basically the underside of the blend door actuator as you'll see it. You may just need to put a mirror under it so you can view the actuator itself. Now with the engine running, operate the a hot-cold knob, and as that changes, watch a small white gear, and if the gear moves, then the actuator is working properly, and it's likely a sheared blend door. If the actuator is not moving, and the plastic gear is not turning when you turn the knob, you can check the circuits. You can also just kind of tap on it. It's an electric motor, so that may cause it to start working. If tapping on it causes it to begin rotating and you get heat, then you need to just replace the blend door actuator itself. So as I've stated before, if the blend door actuator gear is actually turning, yet you still aren't producing any heat, then odds are you have a broken blend door, and that's going to require removal of the HVAC housing in order to access and replace that. We recommend doing the heater core at the same time. Hey, if you need help or assistance with your heater core issues on your Ford truck and SUV, contact the heater core guys at the number on your screen. We can help you out and save you well less than half of what anyone else is going to charge to do that procedure. Just give us a call and we can give you details about that. We appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to our channel, and we wish you good luck with your heater issues. Take care.